Subscribe to our channel. Your subscription will help us a lot to grow and bring more news. Trent Alexander-Arnold is a name on the minds of all Liverpool fans at the moment. Despite not leaving in January, his future remains uncertain. However, in today's video, we have some major updates regarding Trent Alexander-Arnold after a confirmation has been made. We will discuss this news while also looking into the latest Liverpool updates from the last 24 hours. There is much to cover in today's video, so as always, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. But first, days after breaking a record for Liverpool in the Champions League, Jadon Danns has left the club to spend the remainder of the season in the Championship. Danns became the youngest player to make his first start for Liverpool in European competition when he was named in the lineup against PSV Eindhoven. This came in the young striker's 9th appearance for the first team, but was also a night where Federico Chiesa showcased the depth of Arne Slot's attacking options, with 6 senior forwards fit. The decision was made swiftly to allow Danns to head out on loan for the rest of the season, and he will join Sunderland in the Championship. The Black Cats beat the likes of Blackburn, Stoke, and Preston to sign a player who only turned 19 last month. Before the move, Danns signed a new long-term contract with Liverpool, though his switch was temporarily delayed as he recovers from an injury. Danns will bolster Sunderland's attacking options, joining Wilson Isidore and fellow teenagers Alaz Amenda and Trio Gunoi, all vying for a spot in the side. However, a starting role up front is not guaranteed, with Isidore currently the first choice. Danns' versatility should help his cause, as he can play on either flank or, based on his performance against PSV, even as a number 10. It has been a rapid rise for Danns, who started last season with Liverpool's under-18s before proving himself worthy of a first-team chance under Jurgen Klopp. He has continued to earn more opportunities under Slot, but now the hope is that half a season in the Championship will help prepare him for a more convincing challenge at Anfield next season. Speaking about Danns' potential last month, Slot said, "He will always, like the other academy players, give all he has." James McConnell was also a perfect example of that. If that is your mentality, you can definitely get the most out of your potential. Potential, that's what's going to happen with him. What that potential is will probably need some time to figure out, but whether he becomes a starter for us or not, I am very sure he will have a successful career because of his mentality. In 9 games for Liverpool so far, Dan has scored 3 goals, averaging 1 every 64.3 minutes. In some massive Trent Alexander-Arnold news, it has been confirmed that Alexander-Arnold has avoided a serious injury and will not be sidelined for an extended period. Results from a scan on his thigh have brought good news. Alexander-Arnold underwent the scan on his right thigh on Monday after being forced off midway through the second half in Saturday's 2-0 win at Bournemouth. The initial assessment was that the right back would not miss an extended period, and that has now been confirmed by sources within the club. Merseyside reporters, including the Times' Paul Joyce, have reported that Alexander-Arnold will miss days rather than weeks. However, he is not expected to be in the squad for the Carabao Cup semi-final second leg against Spurs on Thursday night, and he should not be risked for the FA Cup clash with Plymouth on Sunday either. Arne Slot has long been expected to rotate for that 4th-round tie with Championship opposition, and Alexander-Arnold's enforced absence keeps Connor Bradley in line to start against Spurs. The Northern Irishman could also be retained for the Plymouth match later. However, Joe Gomez and Jarell Quansah are other senior options, and academy right-back Isaac Maa has trained with the first team in recent sessions. For Alexander-Arnold, the Merseyside derby at Goodison Park next Wednesday is viewed as a more realistic target, with it likely that he will start against Everton. Liverpool find themselves in a very positive situation when it comes to injuries, with Gomez, Curtis Jones, and Diogo Jota all having recently returned. This leaves number 66 as the only known absentee at this stage, while Spurs manager Ange Postecoglou could be without as many as 9 players on Thursday night. Centre-back Rodu Dragami is the latest to join their injury list, having suffered an ACL injury that should rule him out for the rest of the season. What do you make of this Trent news? It was always a worry when he came off the pitch, and despite some shaky performances this season, He is still undoubtedly one of our best players, so losing him long-term at this point would have been a significant blow. In the season would not be good at all. Let me know what you think down below. In other news, Ben Doo has picked up an untimely injury while on loan at Middlesbrough, with the Liverpool winger set to miss a lengthy period as competition for his spot increases. Doo has been a key player for Middlesbrough throughout the campaign so far, with 3 goals and 7 assists in 24 appearances in the Championship. However, the 19-year-old was absent from Monday night's 3-2 loss to Sunderland, who themselves were yet to confirm Jayden Dan's deadline day loan switch. Doo has picked up a thigh injury, and Middlesbrough are yet to learn the full extent of the issue. Speaking to journalists, including the Northern Echo's Dominic Shaw after the match, manager Michael Carrick confirmed that it wouldn't be a matter of days. He just felt his thigh during the week in training. "We'll see how it is," he explained. "It won't be a few days, it will be longer, probably weeks, not ages. But yeah, it won't be days." Shaw described the injury as a hammer blow to Middlesbrough's prospects, particularly with upcoming matches against promotion favourites Sheffield United and playoff rivals Watford and Bristol City. The injury could be more of a concern given the late flurry of transfer activity at Riverside, with 3 forwards being brought in. Right-winger Morgan Whittaker arrived from Plymouth in a £5 million deal at the end of January, and loans were finalised for Aston Villa left-winger Samuel Ing Jr. and Sevilla striker Carcho on deadline day. Whittaker started in Doo's place on Monday night and, as a permanent signing, will be hoping to make a strong case to take over as the first-choice right-winger moving forward. Craig J&S rated his debut as a 5 out of 10, noting that he started brightly with a couple of nice early touches, but faded as the game progressed and offered little from a defensive point of view while struggling to get into the game in important areas. Liverpool rejected 2 offers for Doo during the winter window, £50 million from Crystal Palace and £16 million from Ipswich. The decision was made to keep him at Middlesbrough. According to The Athletic's James Pearce, club officials are delighted with his development and believe he could be part of Ori Slot's first-team plans next season. If the nature of the injury is serious, it is likely that rehabilitation will take time. Place at the AXA Training Centre, though that is not expected at this stage. Finally, Gary Lineker has discussed a bit of Mohamed Salah's cheeky sense of humour after Liverpool's number 11 joked about following a similar path after leaving English football. A conclusion to Salah's contract discussions does not feel any closer, with the Egyptian now just less than 4 months away from being classified as a free agent. The 32-year-old has fronted the press after recent games but has offered no new update on the ongoing talks. However, he did have time for a joke about his future after meeting Lineker. Speaking on the Resters Football podcast alongside Alan Shearer, Lineker revealed he and Salah had a chance to talk after the Match of the Day presenter went to interview Arnie Slot. "Lovely guy as well. I spent 10 minutes with him when I went to Anfield to interview Arnie Slot. I had a good chat with him," Lineker said of Salah. Salah seized the chance for the obvious follow-up. Shearer made sure to quiz the former England international if he found out whether Salah was staying or going. "I didn't know," Lineker started before explaining. "But he did ask me. He was just being funny. He was just kidding because the Liverpool press guy was there. He said to me, 'So how old were you when you finished?' I said, 'Well, English football. I was 32 and then I went to play in Japan for a couple of years.' He went, 'Oh, you went for the money, did you?' I said, 'Well, yeah, I suppose so.' And he went, 'Yeah, I might do the same.' He winked at the press guy that was there, and it was just a joke." Lineker did stress that it was a clear joke from Salah as his future remains undecided. "At least someone can find humour in it all while we all stress over the possibilities," he said. "Surely there will be a conclusion sooner rather than later." But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe for more Liverpool content. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.